Okay, let's see what we have here. Gap, downtrend, range. As you know, we don't take any trade during the first 10-15 minutes. Let's see what they want. My dog is getting crazy. Give me a second here. Okay, by the time they decide what they want to do today, we're going to talk about the #1 account destroyer for new traders. And it calls your association mechanism in your brain. And let me show you how this self-defense mechanism, which is perfectly good doing what it's doing outside the trading environment, is destroying you as a trader. But for these guys, I have to take you like 20, 30,000 years into the past. I want you to imagine yourself as a young kid somewhere in the African savannah, let's say Serengeti in Tanzania. Okay? You are a young kid walking in the savannah, you are 10 years old, and all of a sudden you hear some noise from the bush behind you. You turn around, and it happens to be a lion. And somehow you manage to escape. From this point in your life, every time you will hear some noise from the bush, you will immediately associate it with a lion. That's a self-defense mechanism designed perfectly to protect you. So every time there is a noise from the bush, even if you are now in a very safe city, in a split of a second, your mind is dragging you into the danger zone, alerting you for a second that there is a lion there. Okay? Now, let's jump to these days. Evolutionary scale, 20,000, 30,000 years is it's nothing. Okay? So our brain is still wired in a way to alert us for any events which is associated with any events in the past. Okay? There's a tiny problem here. When it comes to trading, this will destroy you. And let me tell you why. Let's say you took some second entry short here, okay? And you had a loser, and the next setup is a loser too. Now, we already agreed last time that no two setups on your chart can be identical. They look the same. All of them, they look the same. But there are different traders behind any setup. And so for two setups to produce identical results, there must be the same traders with the same expectation at any given setup. We know it doesn't work like this. It's enough that there is one trader different in the next setup and you have a different outcome. The problem is that if you had a loser here, okay, and another loser just following that one, you are now taking the third setup, okay? This time, your brain is making connection to the previous two trades, screaming at you, it's a loser. I know it's a loser. It has been like this before. So you will end up making a trading error. Either you will skip the trade, or if you can find enough willing power in yourself to take the trade, you will move your stop to break even too soon, or you will take your profit too soon. And that's because your brain is now associating this trade with the previous trade. And you are perfectly normal. The problem that in trading, normal people don't make money. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't say that you have to be not normal to make money, but you have to think in a different way. Let me tell you what happened to me like 3.5 years ago. I was just a losing trader all the time. Blew up accounts after accounts, and What happened to me is that during the years, I have established a different relationship with fear as far as it goes to trading than you. Outside of my trading, I'm exactly like any other guy in the world. I'm scared when my daughter doesn't pick up the phone on time. I'm scared when I cross the road. I'm just the same like everybody. When it comes to trading, I have a different relationship with fear. Because I understood that this is a probabilistic environment that I'm dealing with, and there is absolutely no connection whatsoever between this trade and the previous one. What happens in trading is your analysis puts you into this illusion that you know what's going to happen next. And when it doesn't work, you're disappointed. You even feel betrayed. Have you ever feel betrayed by the market? Give me something, guys. This feeling that I don't know what's going on. I've done my analysis. Everything should go my direction. And still, it doesn't. And I feel betrayed. Nobody ever felt betrayed by the market? I don't believe you guys. To the point that it even feels that the entire market is just looking for your stop just to kick you and go to the original direction, right? Yeah. Now, everything is about your expectation. I want you to think about it for a second. If you went to Vegas and you now play the slot machine, okay, and you lose, you are never disappointed, and more so, you are never afraid. Why? Because you are expecting a random result, right? You know that there is nothing to be expected. You are not analyzing anything. You just play the game. You are losing, but still you don't feel afraid. You don't feel betrayed. You don't feel scared. You don't feel disappointment. When you analyze your chart, you are developing expectations. And expectations will kill you as a trader. And that's why I'm telling you all the time, when I take a trade, I don't expect anything. I expect something to happen. But the moment you start to develop expectations regarding your trade, you will feel betrayed. You will feel disappointed. And when you do, you will make trading errors. You will not take the next trade. You will freak out in this trade. You will move your stop to break even. You will take your money too soon. You will do something wrong. You have to develop the ability to disconnect this trade from any other trade ever happened to you in the past. Because in reality, even though it feels like, it smells like, it seems like, there is absolutely no connection between them. Those are different traders. Here, you see this candle? The guys selling here are different from the guys sold here. The result can't be the same. Impossible. We might have a big range here, guys. This might be something. Let's see. See that? A bit too early, but let's see. Back to my story. We don't have any setup here yet. Your ability to make this disconnection between trades is your key to success. Now, naturally, you don't have the capacity to disconnect both. And it's perfectly normal. It's perfectly normal. Not being able to disconnect trades is what everybody's doing, right? But everybody's losing. Who makes money in the market? Traders who adopted the mental skills of disconnecting events and looking at this game from a probabilistic mindset. Remember this experiment we did last week with the flipping the coin 1,000 times? You know that the end results will be 500, 500, yes? and you are perfectly okay with the coin falling at the same side 6 times in a row, right? You understand that you are playing a probabilistic game. When it comes to your trading, you can't take it. How come I got stopped 3 times in a row? Being stopped out 3 times in a row, 4 times in a row is perfectly normal for any trading strategy. Perfectly normal. But because you analyze your chart and you put so much effort and your expectations are just now in the sky, when your expectations are not fulfilled, you're disappointed, you are scared, you feel betrayed by the market, you are angry, you are frustrated, and you will make mistakes. And the more you expect from the market to fulfill your expectations, thanks, Tiki Tak. The more you will expect the market to fulfill your expectation, the more you are subject to make trading errors. And traders who have learned that trading is really just a probabilistic environment don't feel that way. This connection that you make between this setup, had we had one here, and this one exists only in your brain. Let me repeat it, this is big, guys. Any connections you make between this setup and this setup does not exist in reality. It's only inside you. Do you get it, guys? You feel, smell, think things that do not exist in reality. But it will be extremely difficult for you if you haven't adopted the right mental skills. It will be extremely difficult for you not to feel that there is connection. But there is not. In order for this setup, okay, to produce the same result as this setup, for example, you must have the same traders with the same expectation at the same price level, doing the same thing over and over again. This is not the case. It's not. These are different people. And therefore, expecting this setup to produce the same result as this one is just, it's not even serious. And by the way, the same thing goes to the other side. If you had 3 winners in a row and you feel good with yourself and you're confident, and those 3 events made you feel like, I knew it's going to go there, and yes, I was right. You are going to make again mistake. Some of us will increase the size. Oh, who doesn't know this? Oh, I had 3 winners. I'm going to jump now with triple size. I knew, I read it right. No, it was just a random distribution between wins and loss in your strategy that just worked 3 times in a row. That's it. And it can work 3 times in a row and it can make you a loser 3 times in a row. But if you allow the market to make you feel good or bad, I promise you guys, you won't be making money, at least not consistently. Yeah, you will grab some points here, some points there, and you will give it all back the day after. But you will not be consistent. The moment you start to feel something, I know it sounds bizarre, or he asked me not to feel anything. No, I'm telling you that you have to mechanically make this connection between any events you see on your chart. Because in reality, there is no connection. No connection whatsoever. You guys with me on this? Anybody home? Serge is here. What I'm trying to tell you guys is you have to trade your setup as a pure probabilistic game. The moment you feel something, you have to be aware that you feel something, and it's just about time that you're going to make some huge mistake. That's how it works. And that's why I say all the time, normal people don't make money in this game. Because normal people associate events. And it's perfectly normal, but it's not working in this business. The more you will associate, the more you will expect, the less you will be profitable as a trader. Point. You can't make it as a trader if you expect to be right, because when you expect to be right, you will feel shit when you are not. Thanks, Mike. Thanks. What I'm telling you here is that there is a way to win this game. What is that tango? There is a way to win this game, and it's not by being a better chart reader. I will say to you every morning, being a fantastic chart reader will not make you money in this business. Think how many great analyses there are out there, and they work for salary for I don't know, for $3,000. How is it even possible? You can really do this for 10 years, not making money, being better and better as a chart reader, and still don't make money. You will not make money. So what if you know what is the second entry, and maybe you are right, maybe you are wrong, maybe you are even right more times than not many, maybe even better than me, maybe even better than Devin. So what? If you take a trade and you freak out after 20 seconds and you take 3 points and this trade gave 22, you are a loser, my friend. Who cares that you know how to read a chart? You don't have the mental tools to deal with a probabilistic environment. And you have to develop this mechanism to cut any connection between any two setups you see on your chart. And it's extremely difficult if you are a beginner and if nobody tells you this. Because if nobody makes you aware of that, you will spend your entire life trying to be a better chart reader, believing someone who tells you that it takes years to be a great chart reader. And okay, next year I will make it, next month I will make it. No, you will not. You will be better entering your trade, but you will not be able to handle the stress, because stress will make any fear 10 times greater. And I'm here to tell you that as long as you trade out of any degree of fear, listen to me, any degree of fear, you will not make money. Even a small degree of fear. And you will be afraid as long as you don't understand that this is a flipping a coin game with the probability and the odds in our favor. But because analysis is here, you develop expectations, and when they are not fulfilled, you feel like the entire world, the entire market is against you. What I need you to stick in your head is that I'm not a better chart reader than you. I tell you this every morning. Maybe I'm a bit more experienced, but that's not the thing. I have learned how to manage my expectation and how to look at this as a probabilistic game. This is, for me, a flipping a coin game. Yes, sometimes I will be right, sometimes I will be wrong, and because when I'm right, I make 2 times the money than when I lose, then I will always make money. Maybe not today, maybe tomorrow, but on the long run, I cannot lose, because I lose 3 points and I make 10 or 6 or 12. And I don't allow this bunch of lines on my chart to make me feel. Think about it for a second. What you want to, where I'm trying to take you is to this level when you will be wrong and you will not feel that there is something wrong with you. And when you will lose, you will not feel like a loser. Because the moment you will make more mistakes. When you take a trade and it happens to be a loser, you are not a loser. And if you are wrong, there is nothing wrong with you. The market is random. Stick it in your head. The market is always random. And you are looking for consistency in the market, while the consistency is only inside your head. In a random environment. That's what I'm saying, tiki-tak. For me, it's so obvious. All these people who are excellent chart readers and they don't make money, how is it even possible if I'm wrong here? How is it even possible? If I'm wrong with what I'm telling you now, by the way, it's not my words. I'm not taking credit for that. There are great trading psychologists saying that. But if I'm wrong, how is it even possible that so many traders are fantastic chart readers and they still don't make a living? Somebody give me something. How is it even possible? How can you be a good chart reader and still be losing money? I will give you the answers. You don't make money when you win. That's it. You just don't make money when you win. And you make trading errors. You will skip trades and you will take your profit too soon. You will destroy your trade by moving your stop to break even. Everybody asks me, why you are so slow moving your stop to break even? Why? Because I don't want to destroy my own trade. I'm in a winning trade. I'm up 5 points. Why in the world should I move my stop 2 points below the market? It's like begging the market to take you out. And you do this because you cannot handle the stress and you cannot handle the random nature of the market. There is no consistency in the market. There is consistency in your strategy over a large sample size. Let me repeat this. Your strategy, your pattern, whatever it is, even if it's not price action, has a positive statistical reliability. The outcome of any individual trade is 100% random. Okay? If you flip a coin 6 times and it falls on one side, your chances of getting the same side always 50%. But it doesn't feel that way if you are not mentally prepared for that. Is that? What I'm telling you is that as long as you keep on approaching this business the way you did so far, the way 95% of the people do, you will not make money. At best, you will be break even. You will be break even at best. You will not be consistent making money. You will make some money today, tomorrow you will give it all back. Because you allow your emotions to control your trading. And I know you guys might say, yeah, that's easier said than done. That's correct. It's not easy. It's true painful process. And the painful process will make you understand that fear in this business will never allow you to make money. This was arranged, by the way. I was right. Yeah. Since there is nothing happening here, I'm just drilling your brain with psychology. Who is this with the second entry long? Uzi. Uzi, it's flat, son. It's just flat there. Where was I? I was drilling your brain with... Yeah. And another thing which is extremely important, I want you to remember all the time that you are trying to avoid pain by all costs. Your brain will do everything possible to avoid the pain. Now, if you took this short, I don't know, let's say you took this short here, just for example, and you feel the pain of the market now reversing on you, taking your money away from you, your brain, this head sitting on your shoulders will scream, take the money and run. Just avoid the pain of seeing the market taking your money away from you. But if you keep on doing this every time, you will end up exactly where you are now. Not profitable, because if you would, most probably you wouldn't be here.